What's up, guys? Expel here, and today we are going to be breaking down and getting as many tips and tricks as we can from a solo gameplay that I had recently on stream. Actually, I think 2 days ago on Wednesday. So this game is absolutely insane, and I think you're going to actually get quite a lot from it. If you do go on to enjoy, it'd be greatly appreciated. You consider dropping the video a like, subscribing if you're new around here. We're actually working our way to 100,000 subscribers. If you guys would do me a huge favor and just subscribe, just a little tap, subscribe, please. I'm begging you. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on notifications. That way you never miss another video. You can also follow me over on twitch.tv/IamXpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to join my Discord if you're ever looking for any teammates or you just want to hop in and, you know, be a part of the X Army community. That's the best way to do it. As always, the links in the description down below, as well as in the pinned comment for that. And then follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/IamXpel or at IamXpel on Twitter. Please, we're working our way to 1,500 followers, and I tweet some pretty funny things every once in a while, and just my thoughts on some of the things going on in the community. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things and yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, one of my favorite spots to land on the map. If you don't know, if you're new around here, then I don't know, maybe subscribe to the channel. You can do that. But my favorite place to land is at these SOS buildings. I choose to land at Expel Estates, as we call it around here. And we usually go a little ham. But the first thing you see is that the weapons I'm going to grab are always going to try and be an assault rifle and an SMG, or an SMG and an LMG, something like that, to where I can get kills a little bit easier. MP7 is my choice SMG in most cases. If I'm playing, you know, duos or trios or quads, I may grab a PP Bison over the MP7. The reason why is just the ammo capacity. But in this case, we are going to be grabbing the MP7. Now, since I land on these buildings, the first thing I like to do is give a quick look around to see if I'm going to find anybody. You guys have been asking constantly for me to just go ahead and show the beginning of the gameplay, be like, hey, how is it that you don't die off the rip like the rest of us? And the fact is that you know, I'm not directly running out into, you know, it's like looking both ways when crossing the road. You know, that's the big thing. You're checking your surroundings constantly, you're listening with your headphones, and you're making sure that there's no one that's going to catch you off guard. You just want to pay attention more than most people will. So the first of the game, the very beginning of the game, is all about getting that cash. You got to get that cash, you can get that loadout. But I'll let you know ahead of time, we're not going to get enough cash for the loadout for quite a bit of time, probably a few minutes. And in just a minute, we're actually going to see a cut because I ended up having to fix something. This was recorded during a stream, so I ended up having to cut out a small portion of the gameplay because I had to lay down and take a second to fix something within the stream, having a little bit of technical difficulties, if you know what I'm saying. Regardless, we're just looking for cash at this point. Now, I would like to point out the way that I play this game is a little bit more aggressive than a lot of you guys, and that's something that I think you all will actually, you know, get better for. If you start being a bit more aggressive, you stop worrying so much about dying, and you focus a little bit more maybe on just trying to get better in your 1v1s, your gunfights every single time you play, then you will end up eventually getting better. That's the way I got better. If you go back and you watch the way that I played this game whenever it first came out, it's entirely different. I was scared to play against my enemies, but the times that I actually pushed in and I fought people, you know, one-on-one, and I went hard in the paint, like, I ended up doing just fine. But right here, we're going to see the cut as I run up the stairs. I ended up having to fix something. So I laid down on the top, and we're back. But there was a car that ended up rolling up whenever I was, you know, just sitting inside or sitting on top of the building. And I see it on the map. You always want to be checking that map over and over and over. You know, if you see any red pop up on that map, you immediately pay attention to it. You should see, or you hear any shots, you want to see if it's popping up on the map so that you can tag them on the map and immediately push over to it. Now, the smart thing that I did here was, instead of pushing directly to the person, I instead took high ground and looked around. I see that he's in the very far building back there, so I'm going to get to where he doesn't know I'm here. Get inside, or on top of this building, pop a few shots on him. He hops in the car. I throw a C4. Easy, easy, easy kill on this guy. Now, the next thing I want to focus on is seeing if I can get a little bit more cash. So we do see a king bounty, a most wanted bounty, and I decide, hey, guess I better go try and kill this guy. Maybe I can get a little cash out of him. Maybe I can get my loadout. There's a truck on my right. I'm not super concerned about it, but I am going to check the right just in case. And he keeps going. So I just like check to the right, and I'm checking the left at the same time. Now, one big advantage I will say that you have whenever it comes to, and I know this is going to be just a debate in the comment section, and I just want to say, oh my God, stop, please just don't do it, or do it. I really don't care. Comments help the channel grow, whatever. But ladies and gentlemen, one big advantage that PC has over PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that is that you do have this big FOV, right? So whenever you're playing on PlayStation, you're playing on Xbox, your FOV is about an 80. I'm playing at about a 110. That means I'm seeing a huge difference in degree that I can see. Also, I picked up a RAM just so that I could mount it. It's better when mounted, and it's easy to get kills with the RAM instead of, because the recoil isn't as bad. So that's the reason I switched out the FAL for the RAM for that long distance there. But we're going to sneak up these stairs here and try and catch this guy off guard. Regardless, one of the big advantages whenever you're crossing in open fields is that you see a lot more on PC. So you don't have to stress so much from checking every single time as far as you can look. But you'll notice that I look both ways pretty well. Now, when I make it to the top of these stairs, I always try and catch these guys off guard. So what I do is I jump outside and I try and just push to get him, and I get the luckiest kill of my life there. Well, not even that lucky. It was all about outsmarting the guy. He had really good aim, and he really did almost get me there. He could have taken me out fairly easily if I wouldn't have stepped back. There ends up being another guy down below. I saw a vehicle roll up. Once again, one of the big things about checking your map, and then I hear him down below me. Another reason you should have headphones whenever you're playing. I heard the guy down below me. So the first thing I did is I looked straight down and I see if I can see him through the stairwell. Now, this is all about outsmarting your enemies. This is one of the best tactics you can do whenever you're playing. Using your movement to get around the map is fantastic, especially in a situation like this. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to see if he's going to hop up top, if he's going to go out the right side, which he does. He comes out the right side. He thinks he's freaking Shroud or something, and he jumps around the corner. I don't know what that was about. I'm just going to sit here and look at him because I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, why are you? What's your deal? Luckily, though, he actually had his loadout. Now, this is where things get a little bit more fun. By the way, this is a neat little trick. If you're having issues picking certain things up, just aim down sight on him. It helps a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now, I want to know what gun he has, because at this point, I saw that he has an MP5. He has his loadout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down and I'm going to try and grab his weapon, which ends up being a Bruin. And it has a sight that I hate on it. I think there's some other creator, I don't know, somebody in chat was trying to explain this to me whenever I asked a question about it. Another creator actually made a video with the Bruin with a holographic sight, and I wish I remembered who they said, but I was talking to my chat. I was like, man, I really hate this sight. Why would anybody run this? And they were like, well, this guy did this. And now I'm like, then I got into a whole conversation about like why you guys don't need to be 100% on the same, classes as the content creators that you watch. And that's a big deal. And it's something that does need to be explained a little bit. Now, notice that I'm checking this way. I'll talk about what I was saying in just a second. The reason that I checked that direction is because the cluster strike was actually coming in from that direction. So the first thing I want to do is double check and make sure that guy's not going to be peeking over at the loadout. Now, I didn't see him, so I was like, all right, we're out of here. So what I did is, because I didn't have enough money earlier to go ahead and get my loadout, I went ahead and grabbed that guy's stuff, which was a Bruin and an MP5. I'm going to run an MP5 anyway. So what I did was I grabbed my Ghost class off the first loadout, and it also has fully loaded on the pistol as well as the assault rifle ammo, which means the SMG is going to be filled up as well. So we end up with a full SMG, a full AR, and we've got two really good guns without me having to buy another loadout, simply because I killed somebody that already has their loadout. Now, once again, I'm playing this game aggressive. Okay, I'm playing this game super aggressive. It's all about head glitches. It's all about catching your enemies off guard. By the way, that kill earlier, the only reason why, I didn't die is because the Bruin is ridiculously high damage, which is stupid. I heard a guy down below me, by the way, so I'm gonna check the staircase. I saw that he was 19 meters out, so we're checking behind us. I don't hear him coming in, so I pop some shots on him outside, get an easy kill on that guy, and then things get a little weird. Another guy's really, really close. I accidentally C4'd the wrong thing, so I'm going to push this way, wait for him to push. He didn't push where I thought he did. He actually went inside the vehicle. I'm going to toss the C4, which isn't going to hit. And then I accidentally hop in here. Hopped on the quad instead of, you know, blowing up the C4 like I wanted. He ended up going the other way anyway, so it didn't matter. But I double tapped my use button, which threw me on the quad. Almost died there, but luckily I knew how to outplay the enemy, which it's all about drop shots and movement and stuff like that. So if you can learn your movement, you'll be in a much better situation. Now, I got sniped. I don't know where this guy sniped me from, but at this moment, I just need to throw on some plates. I need to put myself in a better situation and get the F out of here. Because if I don't, I'm probably going to die. So I'm checking that heartbeat. I see he's 39 meters out. I see him jumping off the rooftop there. So now it's all about getting high ground and seeing if I can get the kill on this guy. So I look over and I don't see him. I don't know where he's at. I check for just a second. I'm going to check the heartbeat. I see he's 48 meters out. So I'm thinking maybe it's in this building, but I'm not sure if he could be in that building because 48 meters seems further. I actually saw him in the building there, but I didn't realize at the time that he was in the building. So looking back, you know, is a little bit sad, but he was in the 3-story building right in front of us. But I'm going to go ahead and rotate out. The goal is once again to get that high ground. So you're going to see me take these ladders, go all the way up, and then start looking around to see if I can catch that guy as he's crossing. Now, there's 1 minute and 45 seconds left, but the circle should hit within the next 40 seconds or so. So I'm going to be, you know, checking that left side, but at the same time, I want to go ahead and hit that bounty. We got to get that cash. We're hitting the bounty. We see a guy's on the backside. I'm going to check and see if I see the guy moving on the left side. As I said a minute ago, we want to see if we can get that kill. We do get the kill. It's a knock. Reload the weapon. Get the clean. And we're going to rotate out. Yes, I am using the growl, by the way. I'm using it. It's disgusting. Okay, I'm going to have a whole other video talking about the growl and why you guys should just go ahead and use it and stop worrying about what everybody thinks, whether or not it's good, whether or not, you know, the nerf was huge or not. It doesn't matter. The growl's disgusting. Okay, I'm going to let you know right now. It is stupid good, especially when paired with an MP5 with 45 round mag. Just use it. Okay, I promise you won't regret it. Everybody's going to be like, the Kilo's the best. The Bruin's the best. The growl, hands down, my favorite weapon. It's probably not going to change. I will have a Bruin video coming out. I will have a Foul video coming out. I'll have a Growl video coming out. I've got a lot of videos that you guys are really going to appreciate coming out soon. But I do catch this guy pretty far away. He's fighting someone else, which kind of gave me the advantage. Didn't have a ton of plates that I had to go through when shooting that guy. And I went for the long distance shot because this Growl is just so accurate. So it's easy to get those long distance kills. So I'm waiting to see the guy on the bounty move out. And luckily, I catch him right here. I just start popping my shots, get an easy kill because I hit a few headshots. And it's GG's. But notice where I was at. It's all about positioning. I had my head glitch there so that I couldn't get shot, you know, heavily, I guess, if he decided he wanted to try and shoot back at me. Now is where things get a little bit more intense, I guess. Because whenever you're going through downtown, things tend to be a little bit more difficult. You have to be a little bit more meticulous with your movements and things like that. So I'm checking the heartbeat a little bit more often. You'll see that as we go through. I want to make sure that enemies are not near me. But there's a most wanted bounty on top of this building up here. And there's also a bounty contract right here. So I see the guy on the bounty contract is, I don't know, maybe 200 meters out. We got the guy on top of this building. So I need to do my best to stick near the building so that if he is, you know, he decides he wants to aim down and shoot at me, I'm not going to get killed. So I stick near the building. I watch the top there. I see that he does have, you know, some sort of satellite up there. That's not him. So I'm just going to keep moving. Now, I realize in just a second that I've got $33,000. So instead of pushing this guy, I'm pretty sure I push back. If I'm not wrong, let's double check and see if I'm right here. I'm sorry. I know some people get upset with me if I don't 100% know exactly what I'm talking about whenever I'm playing the games. You got to keep in mind that I do record these days afterwards. And it's because, you know, like my mind works the same most of the time. So like I said, you know, I ended up buying myself res, I ended up buying UAVs, and I was pretty sure that's exactly what happened. And I wasn't 100% that that's, you know, what happened. But regardless, it was good that I grabbed the UAV because there ended up being a guy behind me. I'm going to go ahead and aim down sight. I don't have to worry about it with this this MP5 setup because that MP5 doesn't have a laser. We catch him in the middle of the road. We're going to pop some shots with the growl, get that armor broken. And now it's all about catching up as fast as I can before he gets plated, because as soon as he gets plated, that's GG's. Luckily, we get the easy kill on him, but I was pretty sure I got shot from up top instead of him, but maybe it was him. I'm not sure at this point. So I just want to get out of here. He ended up having a cluster strike, which I'm not 100% certain comes in handy, but we do see on the UAV. So once again, checking that UAV, checking that radar, we see on the UAV our guy is sitting, our bounty is sitting on top of the buy station. We have Ghost, not a big deal. So as we push over here, we're going to try and, you know, be a little bit more quiet. And the UAV goes out at the perfect time. Right as soon as we see him coming around the corner, we get an easy kill on him because we hit, you know, we shot him in the back. We hit headshots at the end of it. It's all about, you know, staying for those bodies and those headshots, you guys. Just you got to be really, really good at aiming when playing this game. By the way, that guy, oh my God, was he playing Plunder, dude? Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure that guy was playing solo Plunder. Now, notice what I did there. I don't want to give anybody any help, right? And by the way, just get wrecked. I don't know what you want from me. That guy got destroyed. There's nothing else I can say about that. He just got destroyed. But notice that I threw down the armor box, and instead of throwing down plates like you do in other game modes, you want to just go ahead and grab it, especially if there's another armor box sitting there, because there's no reason to leave extra plates. Unless you're going to stay in one area for a long time, leaving extra plates will actually, you know, give someone else an advantage. It'll give them some extra plates if they try and fight you. So I'm checking my right side here because I heard some stuff over there. I heard some explosions, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get screwed over. Now, sadly, I'm going to end up getting shot in the back here as I cross, but I could die here. I could 100% die here, or I could outplay my enemy. So that's what it comes down to. You got to think fast. I've got 2 plates on. I don't have a C4. Almost screwed myself there. Thinking fast right here, I noticed that my bullets weren't going through the truck. So what did I do? What did I do? I immediately changed the way that I was playing it. Whenever I saw that my bullets weren't going through the truck, what I did is I rotated around the truck to get the shots on, peeked back, peeked over. Because you want to use whatever cover you can. So when I saw that it wasn't going to go through, I knew that he couldn't hit me and I couldn't hit him. So while he's trying to shoot me through the windshield of the vehicle, I know that it's not possible, and I'm outsmarting my enemy. You know, it's a lot of little things that happen that you've got to notice in a split second. I mean, you've got a split second to notice things or you're dead. So pay attention to the little things in this game, and it'll make a big difference for you guys. That's one of the big things, is just seeing things before your enemy sees it. Now, this is kind of sad here, not gonna lie. I'm running to a specific area on the map just because I'm going for kills. I'm trying to get as many as I can, and you'll notice that I hop up here and I have on auto run. So I took my hand away from the mouse and keyboard for a second because I was trying to take a sip of my drink. And at that exact second, I mean the exact second, I got shot in the back. I couldn't get my hands on the mouse and keyboard fast enough because I was like trying to take a drink of the water. It got me killed. I mean, there's nothing else to be said. I died. It was a sad day. That's it. But that's okay. It's all about the comeback. It's all about the comeback, especially in the late games. You know, you got to outplay your enemy in the gulag. You got to get out of there, and you got to keep going. You got to keep going. That's the big thing. So we're going to sit around the gulag for a minute, but a big thing about the gulag is just not being scared to fight enemies. So I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that we get an HDR in this moment. Not 100% HDR. No, it's the SKS. SKS, not a bad gun. Once again, just all about outplaying your enemy, not being scared of your enemy. He pushed me. He shot the first shot. It gave me a good bounce flick straight to his head, and I made it out of that clean. Now, there's a minute 22 seconds left of being in the air here. Well, really a minute and 30 seconds left of being in the air here. And the reason why is because at on the 5th circle, the white 5 number, that's when the next loadout comes in. So I decide with a minute left, I'm just going to float up in the air. Now, this is kind of a ballsy tactic, okay? I could literally just get absolutely destroyed. I could get beamed out of the sky easily. At the moment, I'm too high for anybody to shoot me. But in about 30 seconds, I start showing up. People could snipe me out of the air. They could shoot me out of the air. So what I like to do is just move enough to where I'm not sitting still perfectly. Now, you'll see my legs are pulled up right here. That's because I'm trying to like pull back. It doesn't work every time, so I just kind of let it do its thing. But once again, it's all about just, you know, trying to not put yourself in a situation to get killed. What I was talking about earlier, by the way, while we're just sitting here waiting for the loadout to come in, I would like to say, whenever you see that there's a content creator, including myself, if I'm using a certain setup on a weapon, don't 100% stick with that loadout, okay? In my last Odin video, I had 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, however many comments all saying, hey, Expel, you're a big doofus. Use the Colossus suppressor. My bad. 100% my bad. But it just goes to show that not everyone's setup is going to be perfect. Not everyone knows the exact perfect thing that you need to be using within Warzone. So why 100% stick with that? You know, try different things, do different things within the game. Don't 100% listen to everything that a content creator says, because what works for them may not work for you. Just keep that in mind. Regardless, the loadout finally started coming in around 45 seconds. I'm going to go straight for it. And the play at the end of the game is to get your ghost and fully loaded class. So that's what we do. We get our growl. I check the other thing to see what it is. I could have shot that guy in midair, but I chose not to because I don't want to give my position away, and there's no guarantee that I would have even gotten that kill. So I know I've got $8,400. What do? We get plates. We get 2 sets of plates, and we get a self-revive kit. I'm pretty sure. Tell me it's a self-revive kit. Self-revive kit? Yes. Okay. Wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to die, so we grabbed the self-revive kit. What we could have done is gotten the UAV. I don't think I get down in this at the end of the game at all, but if we got a UAV, we can know where people are at. It just seemed like a safer decision at the end of the game to get a self-revive. A lot of people don't really believe in self-revives in solos, but I can't tell you how many times I've won solos because I had self-revive. So I always get a self-revive, especially at the end of the game when I know that I'm going to actually be trying to take towers where people can't see me for the most part. So if I get sniped, I always have the opportunity to heal up, get up, and stay alive. So that's the reason that I do it. And notice, once again, it's all about positioning. I've chosen a position of power. I've chosen to go to the tip top of this building. I'm checking the right side. I'm sitting in the door, and there's nobody on top of this one, obviously, you know, but I'm going to check every single angle that I need to make sure that I don't see anybody. I'm pretty sure in just a minute going to check down below on the left-hand side as well. But I know that the circle's coming in, so my big thing right now is checking to see if anybody's near me. Now, I got a little bit impatient. I felt like I needed to push over here, and then I realized that there was someone exactly where I wanted to go. So I was like, all right, we're just going to back up. We're going to go right back where we were, and we're not going to mess with it, because if we mess with it, we're probably going to die. So I pushed back over here. We're going to get back up on the ladder, and if the guy pushes us, we'll have the advantage. If he comes over here, we can get an easy kill on him. Now, both of us, maybe even 3 of us, are going to have to leave this area in just a minute. I'm seeing some shots down below. I'm going to pop some shots because I'm really just going for kills. I'm trying to be, you know, super aggressive. And I also see a guy down here. I had an easy mount on the side. Missed my shot because he's sitting behind a rock. I'm going to hit a quick reload, and we're going to push back over here. Notice the first thing, I didn't sit there and stay engaged in the gunfight down below. What I did is I checked behind me, made sure nobody was looking. And then when I knew nobody was looking, I started engaging in the gunfight again. Now, this guy is going to have broken armor in just a second. We're going to keep shooting, get the easy kill at long range. In just a minute, you're going to see an unteachable moment. Not this one right here, but in just a minute, trust me. This guy right here, once again, the reason I run tracker on my classes, would have had no idea that guy was down below me. I saw the tracker, got an easy kill on that guy. I mean, he was sitting there sneaking in. I dropped down behind him. I don't think he had headphones. He might have not even been playing the same game as me, but he got destroyed. So I realized that I have to move in. But when I look down, I see that there's a guy directly below me. So what do? I turn around and I start shooting at this guy because I'm way too aggressive, and someone needs to stop me, okay? He pops a few shots at me, and I realize that I'm stuck in the storm here. But my only option is to... Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me about that, okay? I don't want a single one of you saying a word about what just happened. I'm just kidding. I want everybody just let it roll. I love it. Make me feel good about myself. Anyway, that was kind of a nasty deagle shot there. It was just one of those things you can't really teach, you know? One of those things you really can't teach. It's all about aim. Just learning to be good with your aim and learning all the weapons within the game. Just take your time to learn these things. But at this point, I got to figure out where this guy's at. So I took the position of power. I went to literally the very center of everything. And I went to start looking around, and I'm sitting on this rock. I didn't realize it, but I saw him just then a little bit on our left here. And in just a second, you'll see that I peek around the corner. I don't see him, and then he starts popping shots at me right there. I once again didn't see him. I was looking at a very specific spot. And then he is going to slowly start pushing up. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu, because I'm just better. That's all it is. I'm just better. No, it was just, you know, once again, keeping your cover, keeping whatever you can to get good. This was my first game, so I was trying to show off for the stream. But regardless, guys, that's all the tips. That's all I got for you for this specific episode of our solo breakdown. I mean, 20 kills, not bad in my opinion. Alrighty, guys, that is gonna do it for the video. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you would have done differently within the gameplay. Obviously, taking a sip of my water at the time was just a really bad idea, but it is what it is. You can't do everything perfectly, but in this case, darn it, I did my best. I did my absolute best to do it, and it is what it is. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did go on to enjoy, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and subscribe if you're nude. Subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure to turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. We're working our way to 100,000 subscribers, guys. Make sure you subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. But also, feel free to follow me over on twitch.tv/IamExpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're ever looking for teammates, join my Discord. There's always links in the description down below, as well as in the pinned comment. So join my Discord, find some friends, and hop into some games and use some of these tips in duos with some of the squad. And if you ever want to hear any of my random thoughts throughout the day, or just my opinions on things, feel free to follow me over on Twitter. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.